Bobtail, nature's best.
Now, every week here on eXpresso, we teach our new presenter, Bob, a different trick or two. And we teach us humans a different trick or two when it comes to taking care of your puppy. And I've got Karis here with us in studio, dog wrangler, pet trainer, and also Bob's trainer. And I see he's busy biting your hands there. Why do puppies bite?
You know, Liesl, all puppies bite when they're this age, when they're little. Under
Are
the
they
age
teething?
He's not teething yet. Ow! Perfect.
Oh, okay.
No,
Good
he's
boy.
good boy, Bob. He's
For biting hard?
For biting hard. No, because he's stopped.
Okay.
So the thing is, all puppies bite when they're little like this. Now, our job as owners or mothers or however you want to think about it is just to tell him when it's sore because he doesn't know. And puppies all bite too hard until you teach them otherwise.
Yeah.
And the way you teach him is just what I did now by yelping, because that's the sound a dog makes when they've been hurt.
So if he's biting me too hard, because I know he bit you in the other day, and you and
I saw the scar.
You saw
Yes.
the scars. You mustn't scream at the dog. You didn't scream at the dog. You screamed in pain. But I know other pet owners that always scream at their dogs and yell at their dogs.
Yeah, and that's exactly the wrong thing to do. The only thing that makes sense to a dog in that situation is to tell him he's hurt you. And the way to do that is with a high-pitched sound like, "Oh, oh," because that's a universal sound that all dogs make if they're hurt. And they understand that. And what happens is with a puppy, you're going to have to cry like that with them, 1,000 times.
Really?
Lots.
Okay.
But they slowly learn that they must be very gentle with their jaw pressure because they just don't know.
So that's how they'll learn. So
exactly. Oh!
And look, he stopped.
There. And then he stopped, and then he said, sorry, sorry.
Is that what he's saying? He's saying, sorry, sorry.
And then he'll stop for a second, and then you allow him to chew
Yes.
again. And over time, they just learn, it's called developing a soft mouth, or it's called bite inhibition in sort of dog training language. And you have to do this lots. Every member of your family needs to do it.
Every member of the family.
Every member of the family. Look, if you've got little kids, they probably won't be old enough to do it appropriately, but everybody needs to practice with them. Now, we don't want hands to become toys.
I was just about to ask you, because you're saying we're allowing him to bite the hands.
Yes.
How long does that take? I mean, is he going to be biting my hands for the rest of my life?
No, this is the thing. This gnawing and biting on hands is a phase they grow out of quite quickly. So when he's like, right now Bob's nice and sleepy, he's kind of chilled. This is the time when you want to let your puppy mouth on your hand, when they're just relaxed. Now, if he were to be very hyper right now and bouncing around, then you want to give him a toy.
Okay.
You don't want your hands to be things to chase. So you don't want to snake around and make him chase your hands. That's what toys are for. There we go.
Oh, look there, he's already
Yeah, I know, he's so clever, you see.
He's such a
super genius.
He's an eXpresso genius. Express genius. Okay, so you want him to play with a toy and be all playful with a toy.
Exactly. Running and chase games are for toys, but when he's nice and quiet, allow him to chew on the hands, cry if it's sore, and then they figure out very quickly to be gentle.
Yes.
And this is important because they remember this lesson their whole life.
Do they?
Yeah, so even when you give them a treat, they don't bite too hard. They keep a nice, gentle mouth. Yeah.
And what about toys? Do you just leave them lying around and they can play with them whenever? Or do you need to give them the toy for 5 minutes and then pack it away?
You know, it's good to do a bit of both. You should certainly have toys available, but it's nice if you kind of mix them up and take a few toys away and give them a few other toys.
Yeah.
And
Why
if
is that?
Well, because it keeps it interesting. It's like if you just have the same toys all the time for kids, they also get a bit bored.
Yes.
But what's a really nice thing to do is if they have a favorite toy, keep it to use as a training toy. So keep it hidden in the closet and bring it out to play just at certain times.
Yeah.
That'll keep it very exciting.
How do you
and
know when it's a
interesting.
favorite toy, though?
Oh, you can tell. It's the one he goes to any time. Yeah.
Okay, maybe this heart is his favorite one.
Maybe.
Well, Karis, thank you so much for joining us again today and teaching us old dogs new tricks and our new little Bob about biting and about playing with toys.
Yes.
This is eXpresso on SABC3.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.